Good afternoon. Can you all see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Cool. What's up, Monica?
Hey, Doc. Good morning.
Good afternoon. Well, good morning to you. Wait a minute. Yeah, still morning.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Hope y'all have had a good weekend. I've been traveling quite a bit, so that's why I haven't been here as often. But I'm here today, and I have some potentials that I've been looking at. I usually do about 10 to 12, but I'm not doing that this week because I think people get information overload. So I am going to share some that I'm looking at, and if you have any in particular that you want to see, then feel free to ask those before we disperse. So first, have to do my indices. I don't know who took the trades that I marked up a while ago, but I'm gonna show you how those panned out, and then we'll look at what we have. So starting with the US30. The US30 is in consolidation right now on the 4 hour. Let's look at it on the daily. If you look on the daily, we see it's still following that uptrend. And this is the trend that is drawn when I use the fib. So I didn't draw this trend. It's been following though. So I believe it will follow the trend it's been following. It'll push down a little bit. If you see, my buy entry is well below where price was when the markets closed on Friday. I think it will push down into these areas right in here. At least I'm hoping it does. I think it'll push down into these areas before it pushes back up. So if you notice, my buy entry, let's go back to the 4. My buy entry is around 35,200. And I am willing to buy all the way. Let me rephrase that. I am willing to buy when price comes all the way down as far as 35,000. So that's what I will be looking at with US30. I want it to come back into these areas here before I take a buy, because I want it to continue in the uptrend that it was in. So let's see. We'll see how that works. So I'll do it like this. Anybody have a question on this before I drop the chart? All right, this is US30. All right. I was looking at the German 30 as well. I think German 30 is going to push down because it's already starting to break that trend line. So on German 30, I'll be looking forward to do one of these. Where's my tool? Push down. Push up. And then push back down. We never know, but that's what I would be looking for it to do. Because if you notice, using this fib, starting here, it pushed up, it never made the full retracement back down to the 0.5 to 0.618 area. So that's what I would be looking for German 30 to do this week. So again, we're looking for a push down, potentially here, here, maybe even the 618, as most, for lack of a better term, guru traders mention. And then we'll get a push back into these highs. So I'm not going to drop that chart yet. I want to see what it does prior to me dropping that chart, and to see how the market opens. Once the market opens, I get a better idea of what German 30 is going to do, and then I'll, if I remember, I'll mark it up and drop it in the chats. NAS, we marked this up a while ago and it was perfect. Let's clean it up now and do it again. So this is consolidating right now. This is on the 4 hour. Gee. Four hour, 1 hour. Depending on your trading style, this would be a breakout on the 1 hour. This will be a breakout on the 1 hour. So if you trade breakouts, very simple. This will be your entry. On a buy, this will be your entry on a sell. High here. Mr. Sincere. Let's see how this fib is looking from here to here. So potentially, and I think NAS will pull back down before it pulls up, but we won't know again until the market opens and it does what it is going to do. With that being said, yeah, on this one I'm gonna wait until the market's open as well. But let's just do a basic breakout trade. If NAS breaks out of any of these zones, I trade to doubles. By doubles, by twins, pairs, whatever you want to call it, tweezers. I always look for these sets. A close and then an open, or an open and then a close. So my sell entry, if I trade the breakout, my first take profit is here. My second take profit is way down here. On a buy, my first take profit will be where it was. Let's do a fib. We had a swing. High. Then we had a swing low. Then we had another swing high. So I'll take it. I usually do bigger ones, but I'll take it from here just to get an idea of what's happening. So on the breakout, on the buy, once it goes beyond this target, then I am targeting fib levels. Because if I'm not mistaken, I believe that we are at an all-time high. When you're at an all-time high, you have to base your levels either on fib levels or average trading ranges, which a lot of people don't understand. So I'm not even going to attempt to explain that, so I don't confuse you. If we do a more accurate fib, now that we have the daily up, my swing is here. I like to go wick to wick. You can go wick to wick or body to body. Do your best not to go wick to body or body to wick. Just be consistent. So I'm going wick to wick. So I would adjust my targets a little bit. I like to target fib levels because a lot of traders target fib levels, and that's what determines where the market goes, the other traders. I am good with my my buy targets. I'm good with my buy targets. So let's get rid of the fib, clean this up a little bit. Drop down. There we go. Now, if you trade smaller time frames, then you'll be looking at tighter breakouts. So for instance, on a 15-minute, you could sell here. $15-minute sale breakout. And then your first take profit. Yeah, you can literally do it right here. So this will be a 15-minute. Now, this doesn't mean that it will happen within 15 minutes. It means that this is the time frame that you're basing your trade on. That can happen in 1 minute, 30 seconds. If you've ever traded an index, especially NAS or US30, that move can happen in a second. But I'm just putting targets based on the time frame. Your second target will be the sell entry. Does that make sense? Let me know if it makes sense before I go on to my next one.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Quick question. What platform are you using?
Trading View.
TradingView? Okay. Because I like that a lot more than MetaTrader.
Oh yeah, I don't do markups on MetaTrader. It's too tedious.
Very tedious.
I also use the desktop version of TradingView, not the web version. I find that the desktop gives me a little bit more flexibility and control. I even trade within TradingView using Owanda now. Love it. So here's NAS. This is a 15-minute markup. Yeah, I'll drop the 15-minute in the chat. Copy chart image. All right. My favorite SPX. I have been in SPX on a buy since here. We marked it up together, and I've been in it this entire time. Well, I just got out on, when did I get back from John Maxwell? I got out that day, so I literally rode it from here all the way up. So now, let's clean it up. Let's do a fib from the swing low to the swing high. So on a breakout, it's very simple when you use a fib too. It's already marked up almost. Buy. And then the sell will be right here. And then you just target fib levels. This is the easiest way to trade indices, gold. Just target the fib levels. And if you look, you'll see that it pretty much dances around those fib levels. And if you missed it, I did a trade idea session with fibs about 2 weeks ago. It's on YouTube. So I think the indices will push down before they push back up. So I would be looking to get back into SPX either if it breaks above 45.50 or if it comes back to around these areas right in here. So I'm always bullish on the indices because historically they increase about 8 to 12% every year. So again, I'm looking, I hope it does. It doesn't matter if it does or doesn't. I don't care one way or the other. But I would like to see SPX come back down into these areas, and then I'll be buying it back up. Copy this link. SPX. Well, let me copy the chart. Oh, it worked. Okay. All right, gold. Gold did exactly what I marked up last time from down here. On gold now, I am looking for it to come back, make a retracement back into these areas before I continue to buy it back up. Or If it breaks out, I'll be buying up into these areas. This was the initial push, this morning star right here. And it's been bullish ever since. So hopefully it continues that trend. Like I said, it comes back into these areas. I like to trade gold based on the 4 hour because for me it's more accurate. I would like for it to come back into these areas and then I'll be buying it back up. Something else that I am looking at for this week, usually don't trade Chef JPY, but I believe I will be this week. If it stays below this zone, I will be trading Chef JPY for however long it takes to get back to this key level. Right in here. So I think it'll give us this push down. It does not look like much. Watch this. That would be the first main push, 60 pips. And then another, if it breaks below here, another 80. It's about 140 pip move, but I'll be looking at this on the lower time frames. This is what I'm looking to do with Chef JPY. So we'll see how the market opens. But if it stays below this zone, I'll be looking to trade that down. Chef JPY. And the other one that I was looking at, I think it was silver. Yep. Looking for silver to come back as well. Right around in these parts. I usually don't trade silver, but I believe I will be today. If it comes back around 24.34 to around 24.18ish, I'll be looking to buy it up all the way back to around 25.6. All right, that's what I've been looking at. Anybody have anything that they want to look at in particular before we close? Going once, going twice. GBPUSD. We got a couple of GBPs. All right. Go back to my screen. GBPUSD. All right. Keep that one on the chart. Let's mark this. Let's look at GU. If you look on, if you can see my arrows, that's when I was trading it. So when you trade on TradingView with Owanda, it marks your entries. So I sold it down. I took a lesson here when I tried to buy it up, but I won this one back up. Let's see what we have here. I am going from wick to wick. Let's see on the daily how it looks. Okay. It's in consolidation right now on the daily. Let's see if we can see something smaller time frames. All right, here we go. Consolidation, breakout, consolidation, breakout. It came back almost to retest this area right here, this last breakout. So it looked like it did not want to come all the way. That's why we have that wick. We had some bullish activity pushing up. So let's do a small fib from here to here. Wick to wick. Look, it came all the way almost exactly to the 0.618. So if you're looking to go bullish on GU, just identify some targets. Again, when in doubt, just target fib levels. This is on the hourly. So this will be your, could be your entry on the buy. See how the market opens. Let's see if that's worth it. About close to 50 pips. So my first target, I don't know why I got a fib. My first target has to be at least 20 pips. Okay. My first target has to be at least 20 pips. If it's a Forex pair. It doesn't have to be that much on the index, but on the Forex pair, it has to be at least 20 pips. Otherwise, it's not worth it for me. So this will be target 1, target 2, target 3. See what happens. Target 4. If it reverses, it would have to break this temporary trend for me. So I'll put that in GU. All right. I'll do one more. Any other ones? Yeah, I actually like this for GU if it continues that trend. Let me see long term where it could go. Long term, Long term is bearish. Head and shoulders, drop, push. So long term, if it comes back to retest, you could be looking at these areas right here. Not bad. We have a morning star here. So yeah, it could be looking all the way to there. All right. Any other ones before we close? I got time for one more. Going once. Going twice. And sold to the silence. There we go. All right, y'all. That's it. Sunday setups. As I said, I'll be looking at German 30, see what it does. As with everything, y'all have y'all practice patience, practice discipline, discipline over profits. If you're trading properly, you only need to win about 2 to 3 trades to be in profit. So you'll never get bummed out if you take a lesson. Just make sure you don't over leverage. With that being said, y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all on the charts.